So, first question being, before we started working together, where were you in your business and what felt the most frustrating or unclear in your business?
Oh, that's a good question. To think
Mm.
back. Let's see. Before we started working together, I was like just starting to like dabble with the idea of using social media
Mm.
to grow parts of my business and really had no idea what I was doing or how to even like run a business per se. And working with you definitely gave me a nice framework and like steps, like very clear steps of where I was going rather than just being like, let's try this thing and this thing and that thing. I definitely did not have a good understanding of how sales calls were supposed to flow. And then after working with you, it still felt a little clunky because it was a skill I needed to practice and do the calls. But our work together also provided me the opportunities to do the practice, and we had come up with the dumpster fire dump holiday call sessions. And that was like 10 immediate ways to practice the sales calls.
Heck yeah. Oh, I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. It has been so beautiful watching you like evolve in that space as well, where it was like practicing our sales calls and seeing how you did it. And yeah, the evolution it was so beautiful to watch. It was so beautiful to watch. And so at that time, what made you to decide to say yes and join, even if we didn't really know each other or you were unsure?
Hmm. I I don't even know. I don't even have a very concrete thing. It was just we had met in the Facebook group and then we'd gotten on a call and I just felt like the energy matched and it connected and it didn't feel pushy. It didn't feel like it just felt right to work with you.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. That's like one of the best compliments is to say like I love your energy. I'm like, "Oh my God, it's a mirror. I'm just a mirror of you." So yeah, you are amazing. Ah, thank you. Um, let's see. What were you struggling with the most in your business before entering the container together?
Hmm. Definitely the struggle, I think the most was the I guess we'll say like sales copy, like languaging, phrasing, wording to use in the social media space. And I definitely did not understand the like pain point to transformation. And I honestly now I can't even remember like what my wording was then in comparison to now, but I know now is so much better and that I feel like we really broke down like I'm not selling overthinking or like clarity. It's, I'm stopping you from replaying 8 conversations at 9:47 p.m. And so having that like deeper understanding of one, even like the work that I am doing for other people, even if we just take the sales copy out of it. Um, so it really helped me understand what I'm doing for other people and how to show other people the value of my work.
Yeah, heck yeah. And so since that, since all of these changes, are there any tangible results that you experienced, whether that was through income or more clients or more clarity, confidence, visibility, sales? Where do you feel like was the biggest tangible results?
Hmm. Biggest tangible result, definitely a bigger social media following, more consistency of engagement with people in social media, and my own clarity of the work that I was do or am doing, not was doing. I'm still doing the work and just really I think what else? There's so many things, but I do think the social media consistency and growth is probably the biggest tangible piece.
Yeah. Cool. That was my hope for you because at the time it seemed like we weren't having a lot of leads coming in, and I think truly it wasn't necessarily about just any leads coming in. It was leads that were wanting to work with you, right? The fact that you had like all of those discovery calls in a very short period of time was so like that was all you because you were calling it in, but you were using such like, yeah, the juicy 9:45 overthinking conversation that people resonate with that more than they do just like finding confidence or finding, stop
Right.
overthinking. So I love that. What surprised you most about working together or this experience?
Yeah, I think what surprised me most was I went into it thinking we were going to follow almost like a very specific framework or course, and we didn't do that, but that really was a benefit because you were able to kind of meet me where I was at and really highlight the areas that I needed growth rather than just kind of sticking to, this is lesson one, this is lesson two. Uh, and then just even just feeling my own transformation in being the owner in my business and how I'm showing up. And I think that was the other, I now, bleh, I have like so many things to say all at the same time, and none of them are coming out. Uh, I think also working with you helped me to start treating my business like an actual business and
Yeah,
not just this like little side thing I was doing.
yeah. Ah, that's so good. That's my hope for everybody. And you definitely took that. Like you ran with it and it's really so that's why I love working with people like yourself who are so committed because like I want people who are in, who are just like I'm going all in and you did and you really killed it. Like once again with all those discovery calls happening so quickly. Yeah, and I was even like, oh my God, I need to catch up because like I'm slacking and I'm the one that's, giving the advice, but this is perfect. Um, the next one, ooh, how has your I forget about these questions. How has your relationship with money or selling online or showing up online, how has it shifted?
Oh, I love this question because I have like such a strong story for it. So I
Yeah.
think before I was working with you, I wasn't even aware that I had a story around money and my value and what I was charging and what I was worth. And it felt like yucky to be like, this is the price of my coaching container, or this is what therapy sessions cost. And the work we did together made it very just neutral for me that I can be
Mm,
like, it's $1,000. And it just is a very factual thing. And I was able to really work through all the things that were in my
mm,
head that I didn't even know were holding me back from talking to people about money and my mindset about money.
totally. That unconscious programming that's just sitting in the back, you don't even know it's running, and you're like, wait a second. I didn't know that. That's so
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I love this. I love this. Okay. What emotional shifts have you noticed in yourself since really going all in on your business? Really going all in.
Hmm. That's a good one too. I love these questions. They're making me think. I feel more confident
Mm,
in my ability to run a actual business and
mm,
knowing how to take the risks and not beat myself up if something didn't
mm,
go correctly and really being able to evaluate, okay, let's look at what happened here. What needs to change? Where can we shift it? Where do we try again? If something went well, it's how do we wash, rinse, and repeat that and keep that momentum going. So definitely, like I said, confidence. I guess clarity. I'm not sure that's really an emotion, but
yeah.
um, yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. And if someone was watching this right now and they feel stuck, right, in their business, or they're still working in corporate, or they're unsure on how to, monetize on their offer, what would you tell them?
Okay, can you say that one more time?
Sure. So
Yeah.
basically, someone who's watching this and is feeling stuck, kind of like where you were feeling stuck
Okay.
before we started working together, what would be the advice you would give to them?
So if someone's feeling stuck, I would tell them to take the leap of faith, do the
Mhm.
work. I think one of the biggest things that I experienced was having accountability and direction. And that's not
Mm,
something that you can give to yourself. And so it's
mm,
absolutely worth your time investment, your financial investment to
mm,
have somebody supporting you and able
mm.
to see the pieces that are holes in your business that you cannot see for yourself.
Totally. Totally. I completely agree. Since the day I've hired my first coach, I was like, wait, I don't have to do this by myself anymore. I
Yeah.
don't have to suffer by myself. That's amazing. And the last one, who is this work really for, and why would you recommend joining?
Ooh, who is this work really for?
Mm,
That's such a, I have two answers for that because part of me
yeah.
thinks this work is really for yourself, but it's
Mm,
also for the people you're serving.
mm,
Because we all have our natural gifts and talents, and if we're being selfish and keeping them to ourselves, the people that we need us the most aren't getting our gifts. Did we freeze? Oh no. We
wow.
froze.
That was fun. That was me. That was all me. Here
I
we
think
go.
we can redo that question. I don't know how that
That's
recorded.
okay. Yeah, so who is this work really for, and why would you recommend someone joining this container?
Yeah, so for me, this is a very two-part answer of who this work is for because my first instinct is it's for ourselves, but
Mhm.
my stronger path on this is that it's really for the people that need us, who we are meant to serve. Because if we all have our gifts and talents that are meant to be shared in the world, and if we're selfish and keeping them to ourselves and hidden, then
Mm,
we're not able to serve others. And so I really do think this work is for us and
mm,
the people that we want to work with.
mm. They need us. They
They
need us
do.
to live in our purpose. And who would you recommend joining this container?
I would recommend anybody who has a desire to have a bigger impact in the
Mm,
world, who's maybe a little bit unsure of the direction that they want to go, or
mm,
somebody who's been working in their business and not seeing the results, because I think you have done such a great job in highlighting for me the areas that were not working well, and we didn't have to spend a ton of time
mm,
like on the things that were going well. We were able to kind of check those off, let them be, and really dig to the deeper levels of the things that weren't working as well. Like for me, it was the sales copy and the script calls.
totally. Totally. Cool. Well, those were all of my questions. Anything else you want to share? Anything else that, like a burning desire to share, or anything? Any questions I haven't asked that you just feel inclined to volunteer information?
Yeah, I would say I loved the way we had that working ongoing document because I think that really
Mm,
kept me on track. Like I had a great like visual or tangible piece of paper to go back to be like, okay, did you do what you need to
mm-hmm.
do to move your business forward?
Yep.
And I love that it was like a way that we could communicate kind of back and forth
Hmm.
And it's so easy to go on a tangent. You get so excited about something, but it's like, oh wait, did we actually address X, Y, and
Mhm.
Z like we
Mhm.
said? And I loved like little homework assignments. I
Mhm.
really feel like the work we did in the 3 months together was, I mean, easily put my business at least like 6 months to a year ahead of like where it would have been like on my own.
Yay. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah. Thank you for trusting in me. Thank you for, yeah, giving me the space to help you in your business. And it's been so much fun. And yeah, those are all of my questions. And thank you again for just trusting in me and trusting and leading in your purpose, because ultimately, once again, I cannot convince anybody to lead in their purpose. I'm just here to point the way and yeah, they take the reins. So cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.